Hi everyone! Welcome to Color Conversations with Crawford Street. It has been a hot minute since we did a video. Sorry about that. If you are a subscriber, then we are so glad to be back talking with you. If you could see behind the camera right now, we have like a TV on the floor, upside down hanging paintings-ish. We have so many big things that have just been going on at Crawford Street. We've been adjusting and working on something that we've been dreaming of for the past 2 years, and it is finally coming to fruition. We will announce all about it in the next few weeks, but we've just had so much going on that we just have not been on here. We're so sorry. We are going to get more consistent with having Color Conversations videos, so we're glad to be back. If this is your first Color Conversations video, sorry, I don't usually go off on a tangent, but I'm Tanner. We are a group of designers in Marietta, Georgia. We love color. We experiment a lot with color on a lot of different platforms for a lot of different types of clients. And we have found it to be super helpful for those clients and for friends just to have a conversation about color, not to try and make you guys into designers to where you can go out and know like you're a color expert, but to really just open it up to what you like and how color can be approached differently, applied differently, and really appreciated differently during different seasons by different people. And so there's never any like right or wrong way that you could feel about color. It is completely up to you. Like I said, we're just here to have a conversation with you to help you in all those color adventures, because it can be overwhelming when you're trying to make decisions, I know. So today's color is SW7017 Dorian Gray. Okay, so its LRV is 39. It's a medium. It's gray. It is probably one of our favorite basic grays. I will say that. It is not super cool and industrial. It's not super warm and grayish. It is just a very sincere, clean, subtle, nice gray. It does, though, have some warmth to it. So if you were to pair it, depending on, again, color is only as important as what's around it, right? So you can see its depth level from white, like I said, is very subtle. It's very nice, but it does hold its own. It's got enough depth to offer contrast when needed away from white, or to feel strong in like a piece of cabinetry or something like that. But it is very subtle. It's very nice. So if you were to pair it with a true green, it will play more cool gray, especially if your green like this has a more warmth to it. Or brown. If you pair it with something really warm, it's going to feel more gray. It will pick up, like this would be beautiful together. So it still goes with warm because it is, like I said, it's got that enough of a warm undertone in Dorian Gray. But when you pair it with something that is more green or more brown or more warm, it's definitely going to read gray. You know what I mean? It's going to be kind of noticeable comparatively. You're not going to see it and think that has any green in it if you had a bolder green in there. Now, if you were to pair it though with a very cool color, that's when its warmth is really going to show. So it's not going to feel, again, it's going to play nicely with cool colors, a darker gray, even going into blues. It's going to look great. Because like I said, it's a true great mix of black and white, right? So it goes with everything. That's why gray is awesome. But what you can see is if you added it with, a different cooler tone, it is going to then appear more, maybe you'll see the warmth of it, contrasting, with that more very cool tone. You will kind of read more of the warmth. If you start putting in brass hardware, bronze hardware, gold hardware, lots of rich warm tones in your woods, again, this is going to play super well because it has warm undertones, but it's going to feel gray. So it's not going to be, you may be like, I have a lot of warmth already in my palette going on. So I want a gray that's not too warm. I want a gray that has enough of a warm undertone to go with my warm elements that are in there, but I still want the gray to feel gray. I want it to mute that warmth of that palette. And that is what a gray will do, a subtle gray. If you have very saturated, bold colors in there, or if you have a lot of warmth, or if you have old honey pine kind of flooring and it feels too yellow or whatever for you, and you think I'm trying to mute this color palette, you know, a little bit, then something like a gray, a nice subtle gray with just a barely there warmth will do that. So like places we have used this, actually we used it on a historic building, right on the corner of two big main roads. And so the siding was white. We wanted to, you know, keep in line with the historic charm of that home and really make it a big white home like it originally was. We left the original brick, which had a lot of red and warm tones in it, but they got brand new black, very modern, clean windows. And we decided to do a very clean, modern trim around the windows. All new siding, all the door frames, window frames, everything was very like a 1x4. It was very clean line. And so it had this really neat, cool mixture of modern and historic and old. And we put Dorian Gray on those window and door trims because we wanted the perfect marrying color between that antique white, bright color on the big base and those crisp black, deep, modern new windows. And this was a great, like I said, it's a basic gray, but it's got enough of a warmth that it played well with that exposed original brick. And it didn't feel too industrial. It still went, again, along with a nice historic home. So again, Dorian Gray is basic. And I say that in the best way possible. That if you are just looking to start, like, I just need a gray, I need it to not feel like a loft or too steely gray. You know, I don't want it to be too cool. I don't want it to be too harsh or hard in terms of, like, you know, when you walk in, it feels very stoic. This is a softer gray, like I said, so it's a great place to start if that's kind of what you're going for. It will go well, like I just showed you, with warm and cool tones, lights and darks. It plays really well in color palettes. It is deeper than you know, just barely getting into gray. This is a little bit further. You know, you're fully in gray. You're going to notice that this is gray. Walls are going to definitely be gray. Cabinets and pieces of furniture are going to definitely be gray. But even when paired with white, like I said, the contrast is there and it's enough, but it's a subtle, soft gray. So it's not harsher in your face, like we said. So if you think this might be your color and you want to see like some pictures of that exterior, or you want to ask maybe if this is right for your project, email us. We'd love to help. Our email is crawfordstreetdesigns@gmail.com. And if you need some help adjusting, like you're like, I like it, but maybe it's too subtle and I need some more gray. Or maybe when you paired it with that darker bluer gray, I kind of like that more. So I'd like to go along that line. So like I said, we're just here to open up a conversation about color to make it more approachable for you guys. So if you're not a subscriber, subscribe for more color conversations, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.